Hey guys, welcome back to Boss Fan TV. And today we're doing a match preview for tomorrow's game against Dundalk at Oriel Park, our final away game of the season in what is yet another must-win game. Especially after last week's defeat. Obviously, we'll touch on that briefly, I suppose. And yeah, it was one of those games where I don't think we played particularly poorly, not for the first hour or so anyway. But it was one of those games where the chance to be creative, we just didn't convert. And a couple of things didn't go our way. Obviously, Bogo going off with a bad injury that reels him out for the rest of the season. And from when they took the lead, obviously we just didn't really look like we were going to get anything from the game from that point on. We just weren't good enough from that moment. When Mark Doyle scored the header, so yeah, the 2-0 defeat in the end. Look, it was one of them games. Like I said, we just didn't get going after we conceded the goal. And it's a rare defeat at Daily Mount, I suppose. It's only our fourth defeat there all season. We just got to dust ourselves off and look ahead to this game now anyway. And yeah, look, like I said, it's another must-win game. Up in Oriel Park against a Dundalk team who they have gained a little bit of form now. I think that they've won 3 games out of 4, I think it is, and or might be in a row. I'm not quite sure, but I think the 3 teams they beat were Cork, Sligo, and Drogheda, who are 3 teams that make up the bottom 4. So you look at that and think, well, yeah, fair enough. Look, they've won 3 games on the spin, or 3 and 4, I think it is, and yeah, look, it's good for them, and that still puts them within an outside chance of getting Europe. But you look now and think, well, if you look at who they were playing, they're teams that we've beaten as well. It's not really a I wouldn't say it's you know what I mean. It's not much of a test for them, I suppose. They're not playing one of the big boys like ourselves or Rovers or Derry. They're not playing teams that were up there with them. In terms of a European challenge, but it's still they'll still be happy with it, obviously, because it puts them within a slight chance of getting into Europe. But we just got to go up there and play our game. Show a good response from last week, most importantly, and even more importantly than that, get the 3 points, because we've only got 2 games left now. We're probably gonna have to win both of them if we want to get into fourth, because Shells have UCD this week as well. At home, which I'd be shocked if we didn't win that fairly comfortably. So we probably need to win this game if we want to have any chance of staying fourth come Friday night after the game. So yeah, look, I'll go into the predicted team now anyway. I don't think there'll be much changes from the game last week. Bar obviously Bucko coming out with the bad knee injury that will keep him out for the rest of the season, and obviously for the cup final, which is a massive blow. But look, we'll just have to survive without him, and let's just hope that whoever comes in to replace him, steps in, is that leader in the middle of the park, and guides us through in these last 3 games, including the cup final. Something goal, I'm going to go with Talbot, obviously. Right back, I'm going to stick with Bart. I know he put in a good performance last week. He nearly scored a cracker of a goal as well, obviously. Two centre halves, I think he'll stick with Casper and Novak. Look, there's obviously been big question marks about him for most parts of this season, but I can just see him sticking with them. Left back Paddy Kirk, midfield. I'm going to play Flores where Bogo was. Look, I know Flores was out with an injury as well last week, but I don't know. I just think if he's fit, he's probably the best suited midfielder to replace Bogo in terms of the way he plays. He offers you a bit going forward, but he can also be a good solid defensive option, I suppose. And he's probably when you look at the rest of the team, apart from Bucko, he is probably the most captain, material type player, isn't he? He is quite vocal on the pitch, and he likes to get stuck in. So I'd have Flores in midfield if he's fit. Other midfield, I'm gonna go with not McManus, sorry, James Clark. I'm gonna drop him a bit deeper and play Ali Coote in the 10. I think that's probably what we should have done against Pats. I know, look, Ali Coote, obviously he's a good player, but is he as effective on the left? I'm not quite sure. So I'd be playing him as a 10 with Clark dropping a bit deeper. I know some people probably say, well, that hinders Clark, but yeah, I don't know. I just think that's the way it worked for us in certain games. I know we did that against UCD, and although maybe it didn't quite benefit some players. It looked probably looked quite good, I thought, and I don't think changing that really had much of an effect on the Pats game, but it was one of them where you know I think it was a bit harsh to drop Danny Grant after his performance against UCD. So that I'd have him on the left. That's who would be playing there. On the right, Dylan Connolly, and then up front, Afalabi. I think yeah, there's no arguments there. I think Connolly and Afalabi have probably been our two best players over these last few weeks. So I think they'll definitely start. Yeah, look, like I said, it's another huge game. I know we said, you look back to every preview we've done over the last month or so. It's always been must win, must win. But this is really a must win, isn't it? We were heading into the latter stages of the season now, 2 games left. We need to be winning. It's as simple as that, really. Because like I said, I'd be absolutely shocked if Shales didn't beat UCD fairly comfortably tomorrow. No, I know Oriel Park. Look, it's a tough place to go. Obviously, it's not a nice place to play football. The pitch is obviously not real. It's obviously hopefully there's no more injuries on that pitch, because I know we've had injuries on that pitch in the past. You know, their home form is pretty good. They don't normally lose many games at Oriel Park, even when they've had a bit of they've dropped off slightly over these last few seasons. They still kept up a good record at Oriel Park. They don't normally lose loads of games there. We don't normally win games there. I think it's important to mention that. I think we only won one game there since 2017. I think that was in the COVID season. I think Georgie Kelly scored a penalty. Um, and yeah, I think that was the last time we won there. Other than that, I think we've been beaten there. I know we got the draw there back in May, where we were 2-0 down and came back and got the 2-all. But I think we can't focus too much on that. We just got to go up there and get the 3 points. It's as simple as that, really. Dundalk have got some good players, of course. We got players like Pat Hubin, who we know is a reliable goal scorer. Daniel Kelly, who obviously we all know about. He's a good player, good pace. Um, they're a good team. They still got some good players, and then they're still within an outside chance of getting into Europe. You know, because we lost there Friday and they beat Sligo, so that puts them within still a good chance of getting into Europe if they can win this. I think if they win, they're level on points with us, which is crazy. This league it's been a bit mad this season, I think, and Dundalk, who not long ago were considered one of the crisis clubs in the league in terms of their form, and how when they got dumped out of the cup by Galway 4-0, it was like people are a lot of Dundalk fans were saying, "Oh, O'Donnell out and all," but now they could get into Europe if results go their way, which is mad. But I don't know. I'm finding this one a bit hard to call, to be honest. I just don't know, because going up to Oriel Park, it's not normally a place where we win loads of football matches. Dundalk, they still maintained a good home record this season, even though they've had a bit of a mixed season, more probably good than bad, or more bad than good even. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll back us though. I think I'll back us to win 1-0, just because I think the players know they have to go up there and win, because if we lose and Shells win, then it's probably just going to be cup or bust again, and we know how that we all know how that ended in 2021. So we don't want to be in that situation again, where we're heading into a cup final and we've got the added pressure of Europe hanging over it. The cup final should just be a cup final. We don't want to go into that game thinking, oh well, we have to win the cup final for Europe and all. So yeah, I just don't make it hard for us. If any players are watching right now, I don't know if they are, but like if any players are watching right now, just don't make it hard for us. Just go up there and get the 3 points. That's all we ask for. We don't want that added pressure heading into the cup final. And yeah, look, I think we'll get the 3 points. I'm gonna back us. I think normally after defeats this season, we performed quite well the next game and got the results we needed to bounce back. So and look, I know it's difficult going up to Oriel Park, and I don't expect it to be a brilliant game, but I think we'll make it 1-0 somewhere, somehow, maybe from a set piece or something. We might just get something. And look, all I ask for is that we head out of there with 3 points, because I can't hack another defeat at Oriel Park, because we've had nothing but misery there these last few years. So let's just hope we get the 3 points, and then we move on to the Cork game. And I think, look, if we win tomorrow, then all we'll need is 3 points in that game, and 4 should be ours. So yeah, look, that's where I'm going to end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below everything heading into the game, your score predictions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.